Earlier this morning on the daily financial news, we talked about the growing opinion that unemployment was going to spike. Unemployment would then cause buyers to, I guess, leave the real estate market, and ultimately that home prices would start to fall, if not crash. I shared with you my opinion, and apparently there are lots of passionate people that think the other way. So, what I thought we would do today as a sign that maybe I am wrong, maybe there's something I don't understand. I thought you and I would walk through three things together. We are first going to look up and document recessions since the 1970s. Second, we are then going to go through the unemployment rate, trying to call out what years unemployment spiked. And then three, we are going to go look at the data and see if home prices fell because of a recession or because of a rise in unemployment. And I honestly don't know where the data is going to go. I have seeded uh, the recession and the unemployment, but we are going to go through the Excel file together, and I want my honest reaction recorded. So I have not looked at the data in general. But first, just so we are on the same page, let's first look at all of the recessions since the 1970s. So in order to do that, we go to the good old internet, and there you go. I think this is Wikipedia. Wikipedia has all of the recessions highlighted. We're looking here in this case since the 1970s. That's the data that I have. So we're going to go from there. So as you can see, we start this time period actually in a recession. Basically, most of 1970 is a recession. Then there was a long recession from 73 to 75. There was a relatively short recession in the 1980s. In next 81 and 82 was a much deeper recession. Then we go all the way till 90, 91. We have a recession in 2001. We have what is called the Great Recession from December of 07 through 09. And then finally, we have that very short blip during the pandemic from February to April 2020. So again, those are the recession periods. I have written them down on a piece of paper next to me. But now let's go ahead and look at unemployment. The unemployment rate since the 1970s, and you and I are going to call out years that it went up. So if we start at 1970, what I see is the first jump is 74 and 75. That makes sense. That was a recession. Remember the recession from 1973 to 75. Okay, so we have 74 and 75, unemployment spiked. Then the next one is 1980. 1980 and 1981. Actually, let's keep going because it looks like it might go up from there. So we go from 7.2, so 81, yeah, 81, 82. 81, yeah, 81. 1981, 1982. Again, a recession. Funny how that works. What happens next? So again, we keep going, unemployment going down, going down. 1990, it goes up. You want to call that up? Sure, why not? 1991 went up 1 basis point. Or no, I'm sorry, 100 basis points. 100 basis points. Then it went down. Let's see where it goes next. Oh, 2001, 2002, 2001, 2002. Again, basically a recession. And it goes down. 2009, 2008, 9 goes up. 2008 and 9. And there we go. So actually, no, 2020, it went up. 2020. Okay, so we have, now we know when the recessions were. Again, 1973 to 75, 1980, July 81 to November 82, then July 1990 to March 91, March 2001 to November 2001, December 07 to June 09, and of course the very short pandemic February 20 to April 20. Unemployment had spikes 74 and 75, 1981 to 82, 1991, 2001, 2002, 2008, and 2009, and of course 2020. Now that we know when the recession was and when unemployment spiked, we can go back in and see what happened to home prices. Because again, the theme that people are pushing back is, Michael, when unemployment rate goes up, housing must fall. I don't agree with that. I believe historical data outside of one time will show you that's not true, but I don't know that for sure. So let's go into the data. So let's share what is often called the 53-year spreadsheet. Again, folks, we give the 53-year spreadsheet away so you can check it out and you can ask yourself these questions. So as you remember, we start 1970 in a recession. You can see down here the green line. We are in a recession. That's negative GDP. The economy is shrinking. Unemployment rate is going up, but median home price went up more. Median home price went up 7.5%. All right, how about that nasty recession, 73, 74, and 75? Again, you could see we have 2 years of negative GDP growth. Down here at the bottom, year 74 and 75. You can see unemployment spiked from 4.8 to 8.5. What happened to home prices? They went up. Again, remember, the people that are leaving nasty comments believe that if unemployment goes up and we are in a recession, that home prices must fall. That's unfortunately not how it works, at least thus far. Let's keep going though. We got 1981 and 1982. This again, data as you can go get. Look at that, 1982, negative GDP. We had a year of negative GDP. We are in a recession. You had unemployment go from 7.2 to 9.7. Unemployment spiked. What happened to home prices? They never went negative. This again is when interest rates are 16%. Folks, the housing market acts different than you expect. All right, we're not done yet. So that's 81, 82. How about March, or how about 1990 and 91? Again, folks, we had negative GDP in 1991. We had unemployment spike from 5 to 7%. Congratulations, you now have negative home price appreciation. Home prices crashed 1.9%, which they got back, almost all of it back the next year. But yes, folks, in 1991, with unemployment going up and a recession, we had negative home price go up. So let's highlight that because that is something that, let's put that in red. So that is 1 year. After 1990, we have 2001. So let's keep going. 2001, we never looked like we had negative GDP, but it did collapse to only 1%. We had unemployment go up from 4 to, let's call it 6%. And of course, home prices never went negative. Yep. How about 2008, 2009? I have a sneaky suspicion they are going to be right. Let's see. So again, we have 2008, 2009, negative GDP. We had unemployment explode higher, 400 basis points, definitely going up. And we had negative home price appreciation back-to-back years. Let's highlight that, make that red. So again, there you go. This is what I think a lot of people are leaning on. They don't realize that 2008 and 9 was very different situation, 50% adjustable rate mortgages, just all of that, just ugly lending. But yes, this is what has everybody up in arms saying, hey, if we have a recession, we have high unemployment, We have to have negative home price appreciation. Again, I believe that 08, 09 was vastly different, but there you go. And then, of course, we had the very short pandemic recession in 2020. Unemployment spiked. It went from 3 to over 8. We had negative GDP of 3.4%. And of course, home prices went up. So what is that? 6 periods. The Great Recession obviously stands out as the reason that a lot of people are saying, hey, if unemployment spikes and we're in a recession, home prices must crash. If that's true, we have to have another lending environment like 08 and 09, and that is just not the case. Most recessions, most unemployment spikes, home prices did not crash. They were slightly positive. Again, folks, you need to ask yourself, what are we set up for? What's the lending environment? What's the equity position? What are folks doing? I stand by my comments this morning, even though a lot of you disagree. A lot of you think I am misguided or, I don't know, a raging bull, which I don't think I am. I think home prices are going to be flat for years. I think the Fed broke housing. I thought we saw a decade of appreciation occur inside 2 years. I'm sorry. The history says that if unemployment spikes and we're in a recession, it doesn't guarantee home price crashes. It doesn't. That's just not in the data. You can go back and look at this all you'd like yourself. I've shown you the data. You can get the spreadsheet for free. So hopefully you enjoy that. Take care of yourself. Bye.